Paul, thanks for joining us this morning. It sort of feels like a quick-fire double-header, even though it's the same as a Saturday-Tuesday break, but two big games coming up.
Two massive games, absolutely fantastic that we're still involved in, what could be a really exciting finish to the season. I think albeit sometimes when you have them disappointments like we've had in a couple of results, the reality is it's in football, positivity and negativity spread so quickly. Like it used to take 10, 15 games for it to happen. Now it seems to happen overnight. You can go from one Saturday to a Tuesday and the whole mood can change on a game. And we're just searching to find ourselves really. If the truth be known, we've stuttered, we've huffed, we've puffed in games. Especially at home, we've looked well against Lincoln and Plymouth. I thought at Gillingham away for a little minute after we equalised, we looked like we'd go on and win the game. But we've had some really big disappointments in there as well. So, as I've said a couple of times, probably our consistency, like most teams in the division, I'd have to say, is the inconsistency. And it's something that, going forward, it's my job to eradicate.
We sort of briefly mentioned the phrase must win after the Wigan game, but for teams at this stage of the season, everyone needs points, don't they?
No different than Bristol Rovers. I've followed, obviously, I know Joey well. Joey's a good guy. He's gone into management. I thought he'd done an exceptional job at Fleetwood. To get Fleetwood into the playoffs in League One, to be sitting just outside the playoffs, and then Fleetwood and Joey decided to make that change for whatever reason. So going forward, I think he'll be a massive, massive plus for Bristol Rovers. I know they're scrapping for points just as much as we are. And I'm sure Joey will have his ideas on the game tomorrow, but it's probably two teams, if the truth be known, that are both searching for something. And I think tomorrow can be a good game for both.
With the two games in quick succession, does that mean that legs has to come into it, fatigue, that sort of thing? If you play a team on the Friday, are they then good to go on the Monday?
Not for us. I think winning's a really strong habit, and it's a habit that if you can get on them winning runs, its teams can be more consistently picked. At the minute, I think as our supporters know, the injuries have played a massive part in our season and last season for Paul Lambert. Continually having them injuries dropped on him today as we speak now. There's more injuries this week, and it's something that we'll look at the end of the season. Certainly now is not the time, but it's disappointing to get so many injuries.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it, for the club? And what is the situation with some of the injuries?
I'm not telling Joey our team today, am I? He'll probably try and find out anyway, Joey. No, we won't be. Listen, obviously there's a couple of lads who won't be involved that probably could be, that have picked up injuries now. Obviously there's been injuries from last weekend, so the team will look a little bit different tomorrow, but that's life. Every team in the country this year has had challenges, with travelling, extra games, more midweek games. I think we went 6 midweek games on the bounce for us, and a lot of them were able. So everyone's got the same problems. It's not excuses, it's just the way it is. We've got to make sure we concentrate on beating Bristol Rovers tomorrow at Portman Road, and that'll see us go up to Rochdale, in my opinion, that if we could put another win together, we'd be firmly in the playoffs. So that's the objective.
And you did go and watch the under-23s on Monday. Good experience, and nice to see them show that character to come from behind and win.
You just want to know about all the players at the club. When there's an old adage, isn't it? If you're good enough, you're old enough. So for us, with such a strong academy, we've had a lot of players coming through now. The first team is screaming for help. Maybe that help could come from within. Maybe it couldn't. But certainly getting the knowledge of all the players is important for Gary and myself at the minute.
We've released a story this morning, Paul. You've obviously seen it, about the statistics-led approach to recruitment next season. What are your thoughts on that? How important is recruitment for a manager at a football club?
It's a really good topic. It's probably not a topic for me today, if I be truthful, because I've got really, more important things. But I think, from our supporters who'll be watching, listening, looking, I think they can be excited about, possibly the short-term future of the club, because going forward, I think the summer will bring, a lot of changes. In my opinion, what Marcus, Lee, myself have spoke about, that'll be for the better and the benefit of this club. So I'll leave the recruitment side at the minute is it in the media today? So we leave it there today. But going forward, we want to be the best we can be, and to do that, there's going to have to be some changes.